Mic check. Okay.
Over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority.
With that, we're going to open the floor to public comment. Any persons who wish to address the City Council on any of the items on the agenda may do so right now.
Mayor, if I may,
Yes.
I'd like to walk on an item. The item I'd like to walk in is a resolution of the City Council of the City of Inglewood vacating and setting aside the project for the proposed Prairie Station apartment development and authorize City Council actions necessary to comply with the peremptory writ of mandate issued by the Los Angeles Superior Court. This item did come to the attention of staff after the agenda was posted, and there is a need to take immediate action because there are some court dates that we are up against. Thank you.
Mayor, I make a motion that we place it as a subsequent needed item on the agenda for today.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. With that, we'll open public comment, which will include this resolution as well. Hearing no comment, we'll move on to item 1. See it?
Gentleman with his hand up.
Oh, yes, sir. You go right up there, sir.
Agenda.
Not an agenda.
A very good one.
For over 3 years now. Is this how a city chief of police responds to police brutality incidents?
Sir, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to do that at the end of the meeting because it's not an agenda item. So just have a seat, and we'll be there in just a little bit. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1,
Warrant register?
receive and file. Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
Yes, Mayor. The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider the draft substantial amendment to the fiscal year 2024 through 2025 annual action plan to reallocate U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus funds.
Has the notice of the hearing been given in the form, time, and manners required by law? And do you have the affidavit on file?
Notice has been given and an affidavit is on file.
How many communications have been received on the matter?
No communications have been received, Mayor.
Mr. City Manager, is a staff report?
There is Mr. Roberto Chavez.
Mr.
will be
Chavez,
presenting.
welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, members of the council and members of the public. Thank you for your time and attention. As described, we're here to conduct a public hearing to consider a substantial amendment to the 2024-2025 annual allocation plan to reallocate funding from the Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus funding, currently just over $1.1 million. A little background, in 2020, the federal government signed into law Title V of the CARES Act and made funding available to entitlement jurisdictions throughout the country. The purpose of the funding was to prepare for, and respond to the effects of the coronavirus. Through HUD, the Office of Community Planning and Development, CPD, the city received funding and created an emergency rental relief program. As an entitlement city, the city is required to process a substantial amendment and comply with the city's adopted citizen participation plan and receive public comment. Public comment may be received through April 12th. The current proposal will reallocate the coronavirus funding in order to replace the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system, HVAC, in the city's main library, ultimately improving the air quality in the public library space. Today's recommendation is that the City Council adopt a resolution to adopt the substantial amendment to reallocate the funds. This concludes my presentation. I would be happy to receive any questions or comments.
Is there any public comment about the staff report? Hearing none,
I
Yes.
move adoption number 2.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. Madam City Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
Yes, Mayor. The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider the energy efficiency and renewable energy project pursuant to California Government Code 4217.
Has the notice of the hearing been given in a time, form, and manner as required by law? And is there an affidavit on file?
Notice has been given and an affidavit is on file, Mayor.
Have any communications been received on the matter?
No communications have been received.
Mr. City Manager, staff report.
There is. Mr. Tony Olmos will be providing the staff report.
Welcome, Mr. Olmos.
Thank you, City Manager. Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council. Once again, Tony Olmos, your Director of Public Works. And there is a presentation on. So the item before you is an award of contract for an energy efficiency project. I'll be brief. I'll provide some background. I'll highlight the scope of work of the project, talk about the financials and the benefits to the city with this proposed contract, and the recommendations before you. So we studied 16 of our major facilities. We typically generate, or we use 5.5 million kilowatt hours of power every year at a cost of about $1.1 million per year. And with the goal of trying to reduce our greenhouse gases by 32% by 2035, we started communications with Alliance Building Solutions, also known as ABS, and they helped us by preparing an energy audit at their cost. And they looked at our system where we can potentially generate some substantial savings by replacing equipment, by making our systems more efficient. So they developed and they recommended a scope of work that's outlined on this table. Out of those 16 facilities, the facilities on the left, there's 7 of them, are what's recommended for some improvements. You see the Civic Center complex there, Crenshaw Imperial Library. We have the Darby, Rogers, Saminsky Recreation Centers, the Service Center, and the water treatment plant. And the categories of the recommended improvements are along the top. You have some lighting, renewables, that's like your solar panels, mechanical equipment, like replacing HVAC units, also some controls, replacing some transformers, electrical, and then also making some improvements to the top level of the parking structure. The numbers in parentheses, that's the number of units that are proposed to be replaced at those facilities. So the solar installation is about 2/3 of the proposed contract, and we're recommending that we install solar panels at these three sites. Collectively, we're looking to generate about 1.3 million kilowatt hours of power. To put that in perspective, a typical residential house uses about 10,500 kilowatt hours per year. So this is the equivalent of about 124 homes that would be powered with the solar generation. So facilities that we're looking to add the solar panels to, here at the Civic Center complex, you have the parking, you have the police department building on the left side of that photo. On the right side is a parking structure for City Hall. And the solar panels there would generate about 575 kilowatt hours of power. The ones over the police building are the roof mounted, and the ones over the parking structure are the carport types that would provide shaded parking. They have like a structure, and then you have the panels over the parking spaces. So that'll help with that. And then we'll also resurface, the project will resurface the top level of that parking deck to provide some functionality and some aesthetics. The next one, the Civic Center complex, is at the library. So the library building will get rooftop panels on the building itself, and then the parking structure get those carport structures on that part of it. And you see how much it generates there. And incidentally, all the solar panels, the way they're designed to provide the vast majority of the power needs for the adjacent facility. So the parking structure at City Hall will generate power needed at City Hall, police building, et cetera. And at the service center, we're also looking at the roof of the building to get some solar panels up there, carport as well. So provide the shaded parking and provide that. And Crenshaw Library is a smaller building, so that will get some rooftop panels as well. So here's the financials for the project. The project cost is at $8.2 million. The estimates for savings over the next 30 years for this project with the solar and then with the energy efficiency for all those different elements, it's about 21 million. The great part about it is that there's guaranteed savings for the first 20 years of the project, and that there's an agreement in the packet that will make that formal. So it'll be 10.5 million of anticipated savings. We also qualify for a solar investment tax credit of 1.6 million that we would apply for at the conclusion of the project. When you put all these things into a formula, it'll give us an estimated payback of about 12 and a half years. And this is assuming Edison rates going up at a certain percentage of about 6%. We expect that those are going to go up a lot higher than that per year, so the savings can actually be realized a lot sooner than what we're even projecting, but this is a conservative estimate.
Okay, two quick questions. First, the source of funds is the general fund.
Yes.
Okay, secondly, this is an electricity bill credit. We don't actually power our own facilities. This goes to the grid with Edison and we get a credit.
The power will actually power the buildings. That's the way it's designed.
So how do you prevent there from being a cutoff when we don't make enough electricity in that week? What happens?
So we're still connected to the grid. So we always have that ability, and if we generate more power than what we need, it'll go into the grid.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions from the council? Okay, with that, is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve it.
Second. Madam City Clerk?
Mayor, just to be clear for the record, are we going 2 through 8?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Yes, sir. Okay. Council
Public hearing,
members,
public hearing.
great.
Yeah, Mayor, I think we need to open up for public comment.
Oh, right,
I
okay.
thought we did.
Is there any comment from the public? Yes, sir.
When a city of this size and this demographics does a $10 million project, you have to ask who's going to be working on the project, who's going to be hired, what are the demographics? You guys can do that. No one else is going to do it if you don't do it for us. Are you going to hire people of color and women on this project?
Thank you, sir. With that motion to waive further reading?
I mean, the motion's on the floor.
Oh, okay. So you can call the roll now.
Yes, sir. Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. So let's go to the consent calendar. Items 2 through 4.
So moved.
And-
Second.
And if we can add the walk-on
And we'll add the
resolution.
resolution.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Madam City Clerk?
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales. Mayor Buds.
Aye. And for the record, I thought you were going to add that on at the consent. But that's no problem. That's no problem at all. Okay, now, we're to A1.
Yes, Mayor, the records reflect that the city council met in closed session to discuss the 2 items posted on today's agenda. With respect to both items, the city council received a briefing from staff, feedback was provided, but there was no final action in closed session today. Thank you.
A2. Oral report, City Attorney.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
CM1, oral report, City Manager.
No reports, Mayor.
No appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Well, wait, I don't see the city clerk. Oh, CC1.
You did that on
Oral
purpose.
report, City
But
Clerk.
I was going to brag on you just a little bit about how good you looked at the senior event last week on Friday. But since you want to pass me up,
I didn't see
it's
it.
okay.
I didn't see it,
No,
darling.
it's okay. I just wanted to mention a job well done again to our Director of Parks and Recreation, Thomas Uall, and the entire staff over at the senior centers. This event, the Black and White Gala, was off the chain. Our mayor walked in looking sharper than ever. I mean, he represented y'all. I just wanted the whole world to know that you represented and you looked really good, but I was so happy to see the seniors, their faces lit up and they were so appreciative. So thank you for that. And then lastly, Mayor, the Women's Rock event is coming up. The flyer is out for Women's Rock. The Eventbrite link is up. So please, Inglewood residents, get ready. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There are no appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Public comment. Any persons wish to address the city council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may do so at this time for 1 minute.
Mayor Butts, have you seen the photos of my face bashing yet?
I have not. No,
No, no.
sir.
Sad that Sylvia Fernandez didn't show those photos to Mark, the chief, Mark Parkerano either. Sir, I've had 3 phones tapped. This is my 3rd phone. The first phone, they played with the volume up and down, up and down, up and down. They added extra words while I was watching adult film at night. It was so, I have PTSD, and I have a high anxiety disorder, and I'm bipolar. So for the last 3 years, they've been crippling my life. By playing with me like this, I'm told at this time by ombudsman at probation.la.gov, that this is a cover-up, and I need to appeal your decision regarding you denying me my right for a civil lawsuit against your city, sir. Sir, this is painful. They're lying, Mayor Butts, and you're allowing them to lie, sir? On Allah, I would never. I've been in a coma before. I had to relearn how to walk and talk. Your police officers face bash me, and they're covering it up, sir. And it's just sad that you're not even taking my truthful words. Sharice, Officer Baltieri is now a detective. He claims that you guys have my fingerprints. Please show me my fingerprints to prove to you that your police agency is lying, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, I'm gonna have to tell you something. You know, it touches my heart because I know you're very sincere about what you're saying. However, sir, I'll let you talk. We have processes where we investigate things. I mean, that's what the courts are for. That's what internal affairs is for. And people reach conclusions. And when they reach conclusions, then there's recourse. Your recourse was to file a claim for damages. The city has denied your claim for damages. Your next recourse is to go and file a lawsuit. Okay, that's it, sir. So I just wanted to answer you directly. Now, with that, we'll close public comment. We'll go on to. Oh, go ahead. One more. Last year, this time, I came and I complained that the Little League here in Inglewood has no black coaches. This is a city that's 50%, 48% black. No black coaches. I was told by the then mayor, Mr. Morales, that blacks don't play baseball. He didn't even hear how racist that trope was. That's what he said, and it's on tape. Oh my goodness. Okay. I said, oh my goodness. Go ahead, sir. With our attorneys, and we're going to count, and we're going to say, why is Ladera 50% black? Why is Culver City 50% black? Why is Hawthorne 50% black? How come Inglewood is only 10% black with no black coaches? You can give me the answer at your own convenience. You have a nice day.
I just want to clarify something, Mayor.
Wait a minute. Let me say something
Okay,
first.
please.
There's no way, sir, I will ever believe that Councilman Morales told you that black people don't play baseball. Wait a minute. Stop, sir. Sir, you got to speak. The reason that I laughed is because I've known this man for now 13 years now, and he never would. So I just wanted to say that. And go ahead, Councilman.
And just so everybody knows, I've literally never talked to this man one-on-one in my life. The only conversation we had was here on the dais, which is on video, back when I was Mayor Pro Tem in your absence, Mayor. I just wanted to clarify that. You can look it up or whatever. Outside of that, I have literally never spoken to you, sir.
Okay, and sir, that's that. Sir, that's that. That's that, sir.
Have a good day.
All right. Next speaker.
I'm Jacqueline. I'd like for us, the city council, to reconsider the time allotted to community members to make or have the opportunity to speak or bring forward their matters. The second thing is for city council to reconsider the time of this meeting. While I'm allotted the opportunity to come, I would like to have other people who are also in the community to be allotted the time to come at a time that is opportune for them, which is typically in the evening. That's all I have to say for now.
Thank you so much. With that, we'll close public comment. We'll go on to council comment. Councilwoman Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to remind everyone that every fourth Thursday from 4 to 6, I do meet with my constituents without an appointment at the ICOP Center on Manchester. And so my next meeting will be this coming Thursday. I believe that's March 27th for 4 to 6. And I look forward to meeting with anyone in my district who would like to come and meet with me on any issues. You've heard mention of our fabulous Black and White Senior Gala that was held this past Friday, I believe. The city, our city clerk mentioned it, and I have to say that it was fantastic. It was completely full in terms of seniors there who were beautifully dressed in their black and white attire. Folks are dressed up. It was full of laughter and just camaraderie and just getting together, having a good time. So kudos again to our Parks and Recreation Director, Thomas Ewell, and Boz Davila, I believe is his last name, and all the staff, because it was obvious that you guys put a lot of work into that. So the seniors showed up, and they showed out. There was a DJ that laughed and had fun, and our city clerk made mention of our mayor. He came there dressed in his white tuxedo jacket, looking sharp, and it was noticed by everybody. I saw a lot of the ladies taking pictures with you, so it was a fun time. But don't forget that Councilwoman Falk was there, sharp, and myself, sharp. So don't forget the councilwomen. We were there and we were sharp too. So, but kudos again to everyone who attended. I think our seniors just love coming to that fabulous senior center. I mean, it's fabulous. So thank you, Thomas. I thought I saw Boz here, but anyway, again, congratulations to your staff. You guys do a fabulous job every time I go there. So that's all I have to say. So thank you.
Councilman Padilla.
Thank you. Thanks, Mayor. I'll take her 45 seconds. Thank you.
Sorry.
Let me just comment. I wasn't going to, but number one is, look, I've known Councilman Morales for years, and it really goes without saying, but this guy's enough said. But let me tell you something else about Little League Baseball. Having coached it, been on the executive board, right? There's a process to being a coach. You don't just get to walk in and say, I'm going to coach these little kids. Little League Baseball has actually a background process for fingerprinting for these coaches, and they run everybody through a program about keeping kids safe. You know, they go to the extreme to ensure that if we're going to entrust our treasures, our children, that those folks in those responsible leadership positions, they're good people that we can trust, right? And so for somebody to come in and say what he says, it's nonsense. And I would tell him that if he was here. That being said, I do want to say, you know what, I couldn't go on last Friday night. I had a couple of things I had to be at. But I did get phone calls, believe it or not, excited seniors that were there bragging about how great the event was and why didn't you go and da-da-da-da-da. And so I got to say, I missed out. But Thomas, to you and your staff and the folks that run the senior center, you wowed everybody, because for me to get like 3 or 4 phone calls, 2 that night and a couple the following day, speaks volumes about how much fun our seniors had at that event. So again, thank you for doing that. I do want to let everybody know next Monday, City Hall will be closed. So if you have any business you got to do, make sure you're doing it this week. And then don't come in Monday and say, nobody told us we're closed. We're letting you know. City Hall will be closed in observance of Cesar Chavez Day. Tuesday, I think we're dark too, right, Mayor?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We are dark next Tuesday as well. So please don't come in thinking you're coming to a council meeting and we're not going to be here. for a council meeting. We still may be around doing other business work here or out in the community. Mayor says he's always here. But I do want to wish everybody a fantastic week. Thank you to our presenters. Great job. You know, I mean, that's, when you really read the staff reports and you look at what we're doing, just thinking about the solar power and, you know, I know it's 12 years out, but like Mr. Olmo said, it's probably going to be faster based on where our utility bills are headed. You know, so it's really good. I'm glad the city's moving in that direction. We actually need to do more of the solar panels. So that being said, thank you and have a great week.
Okay. Councilman Morales, District
Thank you.
3.
Just to close up on the gentleman who spoke about baseball, first of all, the Little League here is an excellent league, excellent people. You know, I'm very proud of what they've done, and it's grown drastically. The last time this happened, the gentleman said a few things. I did my research. Turns out he does not have a child in the league at all.
Oh, go figure.
So that's just dangerous. Next, so I'll close that up. Next, the senior gala. I couldn't make it either, but obviously it's a great event. Kudos to Thomas for him and his crew always providing such a great opportunity for all of our seniors. You know, it's amazing. We have an amazing senior community here in Inglewood. We've always cherished them, but I'm going to tell you, they're so active. It's just such a great community. I had an opportunity to go to a meeting over on for the senior housing there. And, you know, they're just amazing in terms of how much involved they are. They watch us all the time. They're paying attention. They know what they want. They've made, you know, they're excited about everything that's happening. They want it close by. They wonder how they get to their doctors, everything else. So, you know, credit to everybody in the community there. Outside of that, of course, staff, thank you for the reports that you guys bring to the table every week. So outside of that, that's it, Mayor. I got it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Councilwoman Gray had one more piece to add about
Thank
Little
you, thank you,
League.
Mr. Mayor. I think that most of you know, if not, but last year I had a family, the city had a family unity day in the park. And it was all about bringing cultures together in, you know, that this city is made up of mostly Black and brown people. And so when I hear comments, and obviously the public is free to come and speak, but Councilman Morales have known for so many years, I won't tell you how many years, but I can say that he's been all about bringing people together, not division. And so I just want to say that we are a progressive city, more to come. I think we should focus on the positive things that this city is all about. And the people who live here will make it a better place. And so the Family Unity event, again, I plan on having it this year, the city will. And it's all about celebrating everyone, every culture, everyone, and coming together to support each other. So I want to say that relative to our councilman here. I've known him for years and I knew his dad, so I knew him when he was growing up. And he's been all about bringing people together. And one last thing I forgot about the gala. We had another fashionista there at your gala. That was our city clerk. That's it. Thank you, Mayor.
Ooh-wee. Well, the first thing I want to note is 3/25/25, and Tony almost gave his first presentation since being with the city. And I like it. He was brief, he was to the point, and he was powerful. So thank you, Tony. Just to close up on that gentleman, you know, I've been around Inglewood since '72. I was the 4th Black officer on the police department. And as I got promoted, we focused on hiring to be more diverse. And when I was a captain, that's when we started hiring Latinos. And lo and behold, the city went from close to 70% Black to 52% Latino today. But here's the thing that's happened to me. I don't even notice what people look like. And so when that gentleman started talking, I didn't realize that most of the coaches were Latino.
You were there.
I was, but I don't notice.
Right.
And I think it's a shame when people do that, because here's what I want out of a baseball coach. I want somebody who wants to coach, who knows how to coach, and cares about the kids. That's all I care about
Yeah, and you've been there for every.
for everyone. So thank you, because Eloy is the council backbone for
Thank you,
that
brother.
program.
Thank you.
Senior Center. Gloria and I coordinated before we came. We both wore black and white.
We did.
But
Sharp.
that senior center, you guys, when I got here, they'd been promised a senior center, and there was no money for it. And we ended up building the most expensive senior center in the state of California. Now, a lot of times, seniors feel forgotten. You know, their kids have things to do. But when we come to that senior center, they are lit. They are happy. And I'm so proud that we've been able to do this for them. And so with that, we're adjourned.
Those all have